power, honesty, and a rare moment of reflection from one of the sport's fiercest competitors. Wuhan didn't just see thunderous forehands this week, it heard a champion speak openly about what greatness really means. Stay with us as we unpack Aryna Sabalenka's latest performance and her candid thoughts on records, legacy, and the grind behind the glory. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Tennis Talk for more in-depth stories and player perspectives from around the tour. Aryna Sabalenka's week in Wuhan was more than another dominant display. It was part thrilling performance, part personal statement. The three-time defending champion moved through another high-pressure match with a kind of intensity that has made this stadium feel like home to her, and the win also fed into a larger conversation she's been having publicly this season. How close, or far, a modern champion can get to the game's all-time legends. Stick around as we break down the on-court details, the off-court reflections, and what it means for Sabalenka's legacy going forward. On court, the story was textbook Sabalenka: aggressive serving, booming forehands, and the ability to seize the key moments. In Wuhan's late stages, she once again dialed up that signature power, striking at the right times to control rallies and earn the crucial breaks that decided the match. This isn't just muscle, it's timing, nerve, and clear tactical awareness. Against elite opponents, she's shown the capacity not only to hit big shots, but to sustain pressure across whole matches, turning short windows into decisive runs. That combination of firepower and focus explains why she's compiled such a dominant record here and why opposing players often feel she's one step ahead when the big points arrive. Off-court, Sabalenka's remarks cut straight to the heart of the sport's biggest debates. After a season that included 2 Grand Slam final defeats in 2025 but capped by a triumphant second U.S. Open last month, a win that lifted her Grand Slam tally to 4, Sabalenka admitted she doesn't expect to replicate the historical totals set by icons before her. "All of us want to beat all the records," she said, but then quickly steered the conversation back to process. "Focus on developing as a player and a person, work every day, and accept that some records are simply monumental." She acknowledged the gap between her own achievements and the all-time women's marks, the 24 majors by the sport's leading record holder and Serena Williams' extraordinary 23 Grand Slams, noting that while ambition drives every champion, perspective matters too. That measured perspective is paired with undeniable career momentum. Sabalenka's recent form has vaulted her up the all-time prize money list, sitting at roughly $42,300,521 in career earnings, a total that currently places her fourth on the historical list and set to overtake Venus Williams before year's end. Numbers like that quantify elite consistency across seasons, surfaces, and pressure moments. They also underline a truth Sabalenka voiced plainly: she's more concerned with incremental growth than headline-grabbing targets. "I love to focus on myself," she said, describing a mentality that prizes steady improvement and match-by-match focus over chasing arbitrary totals. There's texture to that mindset when you look at her rivalry history and recent rematches. Her rivalry with Rybakina, a matchup that's played out on big stages, including the 2023 Australian Open final, has been fierce and laced with momentum swings. Sabalenka improved her edge in that head-to-head to 8-5 with the most recent win, a small statistical sign of dominance that also served as psychological payback after Rybakina beat her earlier this season in Cincinnati. Those kinds of back-and-forth narratives are what sharpen champions. Sabalenka's comment that tough losses made me stronger as a person and better as a player feels authentic when viewed alongside these rematches. Her emotional connection to moments and venues also came through in Wuhan. Sabalenka said she feels at home with the Chinese fans. "I feel a really great connection with Chinese fans," she explained, and credited that support with boosting her energy during key matches. That kind of crowd relationship often elevates a player beyond pure technique. It becomes a source of resilience when matches get tight. Combine that with her declared approach to goals. "I don't like to set up a goal. I focus on each match, like step by step," and you get a champion who treats legacy building as a byproduct of daily discipline rather than a fixed target. So what does this all mean for the big question? Can Sabalenka ever be spoken of alongside Serena and the other all-time greats? Her own answer is pragmatic. She will keep striving, keep learning, and keep collecting titles where she can, but she accepts that some historical tallies may remain out of reach. That humility, paired with the fire she brings onto court, is a rare mix. She's accumulating major trophies, deep runs, and massive career earnings, and doing it while remaining candid about the limits and realities of sporting history. Where do you come down on this? Is Sabalenka already building a GOAT-caliber case through dominance and titles, or do the benchmarks set by Serena and the historic 24 major mark remain a different kind of mountain? Drop your take in the comments, And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Sabalenka's season and mindset, make sure you're subscribed to Daily Tennis Talk for more player profiles, rivalry breakdowns, and the biggest stories from across the WTA and ATP tours.